Hey everyone, Mark Bushy, the man of real estate, your go-to realtor in the Fargo Market. Today we're going to answer the question, who's winning in this market, buyers or sellers? We're going to go over 4 key metrics here and just go through that and discuss who has the advantage here. Stay tuned. All right, the first big metric I want to talk to you about is the number of homes sold. That's always a big number because how many houses are selling right now? In July, we saw 330 houses sold in our market, and that's down a fair amount from June, where we had 400 houses sold. Now, it's not unexpected. We do see a seasonal dip every year in July, this end of June, July, early August. And the reason is we're in North Dakota, Minnesota, and we don't get much summer. So when June gets here and the weather starts getting nice, we start getting people having plans for vacations, 4th of July, you name it. People have a little less urgency. It's nice weather. They have other things to do. So we just don't see quite as much activity in July, and that's pretty typical. On the other side too, people are a little bit concerned about, the economy and the interest rates, the market. So people are on the fence waiting, but what we're seeing right now is pretty standard for July. It happens every year cyclically, so it's nothing new. So what does that mean for buyers versus sellers? Well, we're really in a pretty well mixed market right now, and houses are still selling, and we'll show in the next section here that the houses are selling for top dollar as well. But with less competition right now, this gives the buyers a little opportunity to negotiate some more and have a little buying power and maybe take a little time to find the right place. So I would say right now it's a mixed bag, and we're in a really neutral market right now. All right, let's talk about that average home sale price. So for the Fargo Moorhead area, in July, the average home sale price was $385,000, which is one of the higher months for the year. So that's really great for sellers. Even though that things are taking a bit longer to sell, they're selling for top dollar, which is really great. So if you're looking to sell, it's really, even though it's a little slower with July, we're going to see a pickup here in August. It's not a bad time to get that house in the market with these top dollars right now. So what does that mean for buyers that we have top dollar for home sales right now? Well, it's really interesting. We're in I would call a very neutral mixed market. And because of that, houses are selling. We're getting, top dollar for homes. So if you're looking, it's going to be a little higher price than you might want to be. But there are less buyers out there right now. It's a little slower at this moment. So you do, on the flip side, get a little bit of some incentives to buy the house there. There's less competition. So if you find a house that's maybe sitting on the market for a bit, or just you're the first one to get there with an offer, you might be able to get a reduction off the list price, or you might get some closing costs paid. So again, in this case, who's winning, the buyers or sellers? Well, I think it's really a nice mixed market that's really benefiting both parties, especially if you're looking to sell and to buy your house. You're going to get top dollar for your home and maybe negotiate some of the concessions or the price on the house you're going to buy. So it's really a nice kind of a sweet spot to be in for the market. Okay, and the third metric we're going to talk about is absorption rates. So what is absorption rate? What does that mean? That is the number of months of inventory we have on the market. So if we stopped listing houses today, there's X number of houses out there right now for sale, and this inventory right now would last us, according to the market report here, is 4.1 months of inventory sitting out there. Now that is up a little bit since last July, this time of year, we had about 3 months of inventory, so we're getting up there. What does that mean for buyers and sellers? So when we have less than 4 months of inventory out there, we are considered a seller's market. That means there's not much inventory and the buyers have less negotiating power. Now, when we get above 6 months, that means we're in more of a buyer's market. That means there's too much inventory and there's more options, more choices for the buyers, less competition, so they can get better deals on houses. In that 4 to 6 month range, which we're in right now, 4.1, again, we're in a kind of a mixed bag. We're right in the middle. And this gives, as we mentioned with price, you can still get top dollar for your house, but the sellers might get some concessions. The buyers may get some concessions like closing costs paid, that kind of thing. It also helps during inspections. When you do home inspections, sometimes the seller is willing to do a little more for you because the market's a little slower, a little softer right now. So again, mixed bag, good for buyers and good for sellers. All right, and the last metric we want to talk about is days on market, which does relate to the absorption rate, but days on market is the actual number of days on average that houses are sitting on the market before they get an offer accepted. Right now for July, this last month, we were at 52 days on market. That is slightly up from the spring, which is again pretty typical because spring is usually the hottest market, things sell quicker. we're up a little bit, and we're actually up a little bit on days on market from last year in July as well. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So it shows that the market is slowing down. Things are not flying off the shelves. We're not seeing multiple offers on houses like all the time like we saw during COVID, but homes are still selling. What I'm telling my sellers is you really need to stand out against other homes in your competing price range. So that means, getting the little things done in the house, getting the little fixes done, making sure the house is prepped properly, it's cleaned. I tell people do like a spring cleaning, pull all the stuff out and make sure you get behind the nooks and crannies and stuff. And you want like your kitchens and bathrooms sparkling, everything looks great, So when and get that curb appeal up too, make sure the yard's looking good, there's repairs in the house, that are done. And when you have showings, when you have open houses, that when someone walks up to the house or walks through it, that they're very impressed. They're not seeing clutter, dirt, debris, fixes, that kind of thing. So we just want to stand out, make sure your house stands out against all the competition, and we'll get that house sold. So what does that mean for buyers? Again, this means that there's maybe a little more time to contemplate a home purchase. I keep going back to COVID, but COVID, we had crazy, way more buyers than sellers. House prices were shooting up. We were getting 10, 20 offers on a house, Right now, we're not seeing that. We're in a neutral market, so that gives you a little time to contemplate. When I schedule a showing for somebody, I don't have to get in the house within a half hour so I can see the house. We can schedule a showing for the next couple days of the weekend, whatever. And it also gives you time to contemplate your offer, maybe sleep on it. One thing I like to do just to make sure we're not competing against someone else is I call the agent or text them and say hey, do we have other offers on this house yet? Do you have other serious interest? And then before we actually submit an offer, we want to know if we're competing against another buyer, because that will totally restructure the way we write the offer. So without any competition, we can ask for, again, some closing costs. We can get the price down a little bit, get that inspection done, and make sure we get things fixed that we want. And it's really starting to benefit the buyers a little bit more, being in more of a neutral market. So if you get the house listed correctly, get it done right, get the marketing on point, get the house looking good, your house is going to sell. If you're a buyer, there's less competition, so it gives you a little more leverage to try to get out there and buy that house without all the competition. Okay, so who has the advantage here, the buyers or the sellers? Well, for the buyers, again, we're still getting top dollar on prices right now. Homes are selling at strong pricing. Inventory is still moving, but as I mentioned, we want to make sure that house is looking great. All the little fixes are done, the cleaning is done, and we get the marketing on point and make sure it's really getting out there, the right exposure. So great for sellers. For buyers, yes, we just mentioned house prices are up a bit, but with less competition, we have the opportunity to get a few negotiations, and we are seeing a little bit more inventory out there right now too. So there's a little more selection to choose from as well. So I'm going to call it a coin toss here and say that there's advantages for both parties right now. You have to be strategic about it. You want to make sure someone's working for you that knows what's going on here, how to list the house properly and market it. And if you're looking to buy, how to structure a deal properly, and not be afraid to ask for some of these concessions or price reductions. As a real estate investor, I write some pretty low offers on houses, and I'm not afraid to go and negotiate for you for the buyer side as well and get you a better deal. So call it a coin toss, and for both buyers and sellers, especially doing both, selling and buying, great time to be in there in the market. If you're considering selling right now, the first step for my process here is we would go visit you at the house. And I walk through the house, you give me a little tour of the property, I'll take a few pictures for reminders, they stay with me, they don't go public. We take a few notes, and I'll ask you some questions about your plans and things about the house, updates you've done, repairs you've done, plans you have for the house, when you want to be on market, that kind of thing. Once I have all the information and I've seen the house, I know the condition, I know the neighborhood, I will do my own market reports, and I'll go out and check all the data, and we look at comparable sales that have happened here in the last, maybe 6 months or 12 months if we have to go back that far. And we get a report put together for you. There'll be a follow-up meeting where we go through all the steps to prepping your house for sale. If I have any advice for you on fixes, repairs, cleaning, yard work, that kind of thing, we go through that. Then we go through our marketing plan. We show you how we do a full comprehensive marketing plan. That includes, social media, door knocking, flyers, open houses, and a number of other things there. And then we go through the actual pricing of the house, and I show you the comparable sales we had, how I made adjustments for houses that were similar to yours, and how we got the price that we recommend listing the house for. It's a really good report for you whether you want to sell or not. It's just, you know, you can use that data for other reasons too. If you're looking to find out the value of your home, maybe you want to change the value of your home insurance because your house price has gone up and you have more value there. Or maybe your taxes are assessed higher than you feel they should be. I'm in the process right now of helping a guy here in Fargo that's going to be arguing his taxes with the city of Fargo. And the city of Fargo actually agrees that they overassessed it, so they want some more information from me. And they're going to use my market report to help him reduce his taxes. So if you want a market report, comment down below and we'll get you set up here and get that market report for you. Now, if you're looking to buy a house, we also set up a first meeting. And what that is before we go tour houses, I want you to come to my office so we can grab coffee somewhere. If we have to visit at your place, that's fine. But I do kind of like a mini first-time home buyer class with you. We sit down one-on-one and discuss, you know, the steps of buying a home. There's quite a few things involved here. What are some of the hidden costs? You have closing costs involved. You have to pay for an inspection potentially. There's a few other costs there. We answer any questions we have that you are concerned about. And then we go through and discuss, you know, what is it you're looking for in a house, location, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, that kind of thing. We probably bring up the financing part as well. If you're not using cash, if you're getting a loan, find out, have you been pre-qualified? If not, we can connect you with some top lenders and see where you actually qualify to buy a house. You do need to get qualified first before you can submit offers because that seller needs to make sure you can actually afford to buy that house and that you can close. So we do go through that process, and you know, I've had many first-time home buyers especially come in, and you can tell they're anxious about the whole process. It seems a bit overwhelming because there's a lot involved here, but that's where I step in to help out. And by the time we're done at that first meeting, it's about 45 minutes or an hour. We've typically answered all their questions. I can tell they're a lot more confident about the process, and they know that they got someone like me in their corner to help them with the process. And we do have a team behind us as well as doing the marketing and the transaction coordination, the listing, and all the different things we do here to help make sure it's a smooth process. So we do that first consult. If you're interested in doing that, whether you're a first-time home buyer or experienced, either way, it's helpful. Comment down below again, or you can always give me a call on my cell. My number is 701-793-8543. Text me, give me a call. I'm happy to help out. We'll get that first buyer consult in there and make sure you understand the process and you're confident. All right, we've come to the end of the market reports. So what do you think? Is this more advantageous for buyers or for sellers? Right now, we're in a pretty neutral market, so I think there's advantages for both buyers and sellers. If you're looking to buy or sell, as I mentioned, if you want a market report in your house or you want to do the buyer consult with me, comment down below, or you can reach me here at this contact info here. You can call me, text me, email whatever works for you. Happy to help out. If you're also looking to invest in real estate, I'm also a real estate investor who can help with some of that. So it'd be helpful for me. I'd appreciate it if you can, like and subscribe to this video here. If you know someone else looking to buy or sell, share this with them as well. It might be helpful, and I'll be happy to help them out. Until next time, this is the man of real estate, Mark Bushy, living large in Fargo. We'll see you in August for the next market report. See what's changing in our market.